together. Diesel enjoyed his job on the island of Sodor, shunting troublesome trucks in the yard, making sure they're behaving well. Well, Hector does it anyway. Diesel works hard too and makes everything go like clockwork. It was a splendid day. The engines got their freight trains running on time, and Diesel makes sure he keeps the freight cars properly in order. But the other engines don't like having to bustle about when Diesel boasts about this. There are several different ways of doing things, Diesel tells them. The devious way, the good way, or the wrong way. They don't call me Devious Diesel for nothing, but don't we know it? They groaned. The engines looked surprised when a visitor came. He purred smoothly towards them. Sir Topham Hatt introduced him. Here is Diesel 10. I have agreed to give him a trial. He needs to learn. Please teach him, Diesel. Yes, sir. Good morning. Pleased to meet you, Diesel. Is that Thomas, and James, and Percy, and Gordon, and Emily, and Henry, and Edward, and Toby, too? I am delighted to meet such famous engines. The Steamies were shocked. He has good manners, they whispered to each other. We can't be pleased to have him in our yard. Diesel had his doubts. Let's go, Diesel 10. We must get to the shunting yard. Ah, yes, the shunting yard, of course. Excuse me, Steamies. Diesel 10 purred after Diesel, talking hard. You're worthy, don't you mean Sir Topham Hatt? He doesn't like people calling him that name. Diesel 10 scrunched his eyebrows. Your worthy Sir Topham Hatt thinks I need to learn. He is mistaken. A diesel engine like me doesn't need to learn. I know everything. I come to a yard on every railroad and improve it. I am revolutionary. You're revolutionary? You wouldn't dare. Oh, I would. Okay then, how about this? I'll challenge you to a competition of strength. You and I are to each pull 10 freight cars, and we'll see who can pull the longest train for a day and for furthest of miles away from the yard. It's a deal. First thing tomorrow at dawn. Deal. Diesel left the yard to tell the other engines. You'll never win this contest by tomorrow. Not until I finish first and get rid of you, you lazy engine. If I win this race, the controller will have Diesel be sent away and have me take his place. Yes. I'm getting wiggly. Early the next morning, in the cold light of dawn, Diesel and the steam team waited for Diesel 10. There was a honk of a horn from a diesel engine rolling towards the yard. It was Diesel 10. Thomas looked worried. There's no way you can do this, Diesel. You're not been strong enough to pull 10 freight cars. I have to at least give it a try, Thomas. Either if I win or lose, then I'll still hate you. and I'll still be devious. If I win this race, I'll be a good friend to you, but I'll still be devious. Either way, if I lose, we don't know what will happen, but I'll have to try this anyway. The tracks were clear for Diesel and Diesel 10, and both engines were coupled up to 10 freight cars. Percy puffed forward to start the race. Each of you will take different tracks around the island. There are no coal or water available at each station. There's only diesel fuel. You may only stop at the stations in case for a refill of diesel oil. And make sure you stay on the right tracks and go steadily. Then, Percy blew his whistle long and loud. The competition had just begun. Diesel and Diesel 10 took off as fast as they could with their heavy loads. I can do this. I'll pull my hardest and go for the furthest. I'll beat Diesel 10. I'll be strong enough to win this race, and I'll be fast enough too. What a loser. I'll show Diesel who's fast and who's slow. He'll be the one to clink about like bunches of old iron, and be so slow to make his friends wait and be late. Thomas and his friends watched and worried. Then Emily, James, Edward, Henry, and Gordon blew their whistles long and strong with pride. Go Diesel! They cheered. Thomas, Percy, and Toby were worried. Diesel 10 smiled as he thundered and roared along the main line. Diesel struggled on the branch line with the freight cars. Oh, what a pain! I didn't realize the cars could be this heavy. But who cares? I'll be sure to win the race. I hope. What a lazy Diesel. Whenever will he learn? The race went on.
Lots and lots of trucks. See those big wheels rolling down the road. Lots and lots of trucks. Let's fire them up and watch them go. I want to see those big wheels rolling down the road. Lots and lots of trucks. See those big wheels rolling down the road. Lots and lots of trucks. Let's fire them up and watch them go. I want to see those big wheels rolling down the road.
Poor Diesel was worn out. He wasn't strong enough. The heavy freight cars made him go very, very slowly. Finally, Diesel arrived in the yard and was surprised to see it was entirely empty. Thomas was there. The other engines just went back to the sheds. What happened, Thomas? Did Diesel 10 win the race? Yes, he did. I've been trying to tell you, Diesel, you're not strong enough. Oh. Well, what will Diesel 10 think of this? All because I had lost the race. I don't know, but there's something very weird about that new engine. I'm just saying, we all thought he had good manners when he came to the sheds. I thought of the same thing. Should you have either yourself or any of your friends to help me out? Maybe tomorrow? About Diesel 10? Well, that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow. And so it did. The next morning, Thomas puffed into Marin Station and found Vanessa there in the yard.
Hello, Thomas. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Vanessa. Thanks. It's just that I'm just not sure about Diesel.
Why ever not?
Because of Diesel 10. He won the competition of strength against Diesel. and there has got to be a way to help Diesel.
Oh, poor thing. Well, Thomas, I'll be helpful to help you find a way to let Diesel stay, but I don't know anything about Diesel 10. Where can I find it?
Probably back in the yard.
So, you're Diesel 10?
Why, yes. How did you know who I am?
Thomas has told me about you.
Oh, that little engine that could? Pah! He's just a little engine that does nothing but chatting with the little green caterpillar with red stripes all day.
What are you, a bully?
Not at all. I am a big engine. You're just as small as the others.
We'll see, Diesel 10. Candace thinks it's busted. She tried to bust Phineas and Ferb, like I tried to bust my dad once. I'll go and find Candace. Hey, Candace.
Hey, Vanessa, what's up?
I don't have much to do today. Will you come with me to Tinmouth Sheds? There's something that you and I have to deal with.
What do we have to deal with?
That's him.
So, we must deal with that engine to find out if he is a bad engine?
Yes. Yes, we have to.
We must gather the rest of the Danville Locos here. Agree to give a certain... If I win this race, each of you will take different... Should you have either yourself or just a little engine that does... Hey, Vanessa, what's... We must gather the rest of the Danville Locos here.
All right, everyone.
His friends.
All right, everyone. I bet you're wondering why Candace and I called you all here.
To what? Deal with that boxcar with a claw on his head? It's Diesel 10.
So what we're gonna do is that we must stare at Diesel 10 to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. This is gonna take a while. All right, guys. On his head. Go anywhere. This is gonna take a while.
There was a minute and 54-second silence.
We're watching and we're waiting on the edge of our seats anticipating. It's looking awful permanent, but we know he could go away. What kind of song is this? And keeping our eyes on him soon doesn't move from that spot. Just one moment he's there, but then the next maybe not. Don't know if it's magic or the glorious burn. So we're watching and we're waiting. We're staring and we're glaring to the glorious moon. We hope he'll stay for the rest of the day till September returns. So don't even think about blinking or he just might go away. So we're watching and waiting. So we're watching and waiting. Yeah, we're watching and waiting. we're watching.
Three weeks later. Many months later. So much later, the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one. So we're watching.
So we're watching and waiting. So we're watching and waiting. Yeah, we're watching and waiting. We're watching.
Hey! Three weeks later. Many months later. So much later, the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one. Hey,
Sir Topham Hatt, sir.
Thomas, what are you and the Danville Locos doing here? I'm sorry, sir. We were trying to know if Diesel 10 is bad. He won a competition of strength against Diesel yesterday. So we have to know if he's up to anything. Diesel 10 is doing fine. Now collect some passengers from Natford Station. At once. Yes, sir. Vanessa, you should be at Wellsworth Station. The track at the airport is broken. You mustn't let all the engines use the track to the airport.
Yes, sir.
The rest of you Danville Locos, get back to your jobs. There's a lot to be done. Vanessa arrived at Wellsworth Station.
Now, I just have to warn engines not to go past the airport because the track needs to be fixed.
Then she heard a whistle. Pulling into the station with the express steamed Neville, the new engine that had just arrived on the island. Neville was a steamy, but he had a square body like a diesel. Hello, my name is Neville.
Oh, hello, Neville. I'm Vanessa. There's something you should know, but I'm busy thinking about something that needs to be done right now.
Then Thomas puffed in with Annie and Clarabelle, full of passengers that need to go onto the express. Hello? Hey, are you taking the express for Gordon? Yes I am. How thoughtful. The conductor blew his whistle, and Neville left the station with the express.
Has Diesel cheered up a bit, Thomas?
No, I asked Diesel what was with the sad face on him. He said that Diesel 10 is better than him, and Sir Topham Hatt will send him away soon.
If only there was something we could do about how to let Diesel stay with us.
Then Hines rolled in. Have you heard what I heard about Diesel 10? He has planned to take over Diesel's job and let all the engines think that Diesel will be sent away. He's evil, like me.
What? Why didn't we think that Diesel 10 was evil like my dad?
Maybe Diesel 10 isn't very polite to us after all. We must tell the Steamies. Wait, where's Neville?
Well, Neville was here before. He must have... Oh, no. Neville is heading for the airport. The tracks aren't fixed yet. I should have warned Neville about that. I must stop him.
Wait, Vanessa. I'll come with you.
What about your job, Thomas?
I'll do them later, after I help you stop Neville. Come on! Neville sped through the countryside as fast as he could. Suddenly, he saw a barrier on the track,
He slammed on his brakes.
but it was too late. Neville came off the tracks and skidded onto the runway. Neville was in terrible danger. He was on the middle of the runway.
Oh no, Neville will get run over by the plane. What will we do, Thomas?
Leave it to me, Vanessa. Thomas puffed forward. He was coupled up to the brake coach of the express. Then Thomas started to reverse. He pulled Neville along the runway. They heard an airplane coming. Thomas knew he must hurry. With one final puff, Thomas pulled Neville's wheels off the runway and back on the tracks. Thomas had done it. He had saved Neville and the passengers. Vanessa was relieved. Thank you. Happy to help.
I should have warned you about this, Neville, but I was busy thinking about saving Diesel.
What about Diesel? Thomas explained everything about Diesel 10. Ah, I see. What you two need is a deputation.
A deputation?
Neville explained what that meant. After taking Neville to the steamworks to be fixed and finishing his job, Thomas went to Tin Machettes with Vanessa to tell Diesel and the other engines. Oh, hi, Thomas. What's the plan to save Diesel? Well, Neville said something about a deputation. What's that?
It's another word for when an engine tells Sir Topham Hatt there's a problem.
Did you say tell Sir Topham Hatt that there's a problem? A long silence fell. I propose that my best friend Thomas would be the deputation. Him? He can't do this. He doesn't know anything about telling people that there is a problem. Rubbish, Diesel. It's simple.
Then I guess that's settled.
Diesel hoped it wasn't simple. Hello, Thomas. Nice evening we're having. Thomas took a big puff. Yes, sir. We sure are, sir. You look stern, Thomas. Is something wrong? Yes, sir. It's about Diesel 10. They say, sir, well, he has planned to take Diesel's job and have you send Diesel away. We think that if you send him away, then the yard will be different with Diesel 10 around. We don't want that to happen. Please, sir, we don't want any engine to be bad. Thank you, Thomas. That would do. Later, Sir Topham Hatt spoke to the engines. The Danville locos were there. I had a deputation. I understand your feelings, and I've been given a lot of thoughts to the matter. Diesel 10, you have pretended to be nice to my engines ever since you came here. You shouldn't have been rude after that competition that Diesel had challenged you to. So you should apologize to us all. All right. If I was pretending to be polite to you and been not good to you engines, then I'm sorry. Apology accepted. If I let you stay, will you promise to be a good friend to us? Yes, sir. I promise. Good. Sir Topham Hatt paused impressively. Diesel, how would you like to have a branch line all on your own? Diesel was surprised. Yes, sir. I would like that, sir. I never had my own branch line before. Excellent. Consider it done. Diesel 10 will be a really useful engine now, and Diesel's name will be painted on him. We'll have no more mistakes. Do I get a branch line of my own, sir? Yes, Diesel. Yes, you should. The rest of the speech was drowned by the chorus of cheers and whistles.
Well done, Thomas. You're a really useful engine. Diesel is staying forever.
And Thomas had to agree.